Hey guys, we're on our way down to pick up Bobby Gas for a day of record digging in the big city of Toronto. Say hi to Scott. Woo! Right on, and I'm driving, so I'm not going to hold this camera too long, but we'll see you in a little bit.
Here we are in Toronto. Bobby Gas, the infamous Bobby Gas.
The one and only.
Yep.
Capper.
The cap, and then sup. Healthy, see, sort of.
First record store called Village Vinyl, Emporium and Cafe. Here's Bobby Gas flipping through some records. Through the $2 section, got himself an audiophile T for the Tillerman. And what do we got? Oh, Witherspoon, Jimmy Witherspoon. So
Still looking.
we're gonna go on in and take a look and see what's inside. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Here's Scotty looking at the stuff that's on just
What's
in.
up, everybody? Alice Cooper trash.
Looks like trash. And then here's some more records down here, so we'll continue the video shortly. Now we're going to a place on Spadina Avenue in Toronto called Sonic Booms. Check this out. This was at the last store that we were at where Bobby Gas stole this, and I'll tell you a little bit.
Long story.
Tell you a little bit about that, but yeah, I illegally parked beside this record store called, oh, ready for this? Cops. That's what it's called.
That's right, it was.
Cops Records. And I was inside, and Scotty was inside, and Bobby was out waiting in the car. And he comes running in and he says, "John, you gotta move your car right now." So I knew the parking cops were out there. So I said, "Grab my records." I don't want to, but I meant grab my records. I don't want anybody else to get them. He grabs my records and walks outside outside the door with them. So I zip around the corner because the copper's right there. And I come back and he hops in the car and he says, "Gee, I hope you paid for these." I was like, "No, I didn't." So I gave Scott the money to run in and pay for it. But yeah, that's funny. Hey guys, welcome to an episode of VCLT. This is not a copy of the mail because he actually handed it to us in person today. So this is VCLT.
So we can show this one. We just can't show them.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no addresses on here anyway. So this is VCLT from Bobby Gas. Check that out, Captain Howdy, and I'm not sure what that picture is.
So yeah, so before we came down here, Bobby said, "Don't you guys dare bring me any VCLT."
Then when we pull up to his house to pick him up, he pulls these out for us. Well, we were prepared, so we got him back. So I'm going to open up mine and pass the knife on to Scotty here. Here you go. Let's see what there is. Oh, okay, this is for Ben, the Status Quo record. So I'll give that to you because you're going to be sending that off to me anyways, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Hot House Flowers by the album People. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, Peter O'Toole, that's cool. I will definitely give this a spin and let you know. That's pretty cool. One of the cool things that I really like about the VC is being exposed to music that you don't know.
Right.
And don't listen to.
Sure. Would you have walked into a store and picked that up?
Probably not.
Right,
So,
because that's one of the cool things. I've discovered a lot of bands, and in the last year, I've gotten into a lot of bands that I had just missed.
yeah.
Yeah, just missed them.
You hear me saying it time in and time again that I've missed the boat on some of these bands. So, right on. Thank you, Bobby, and I will tell you how I feel about this record and what I think of it. And then we've got...
Wow.
A 5-record box set. Bob Dylan, biograph. Missing the Y on the end of it.
It's supposed to be like that. It's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's probably Biograph. Got it.
Biograph. Very cool. I'm not sure where you... Oh, look at this. It's got a nice booklet to it.
Wow.
Shows you all the Bob Dylan stuff.
Dang, Bobby. What's up with that?
Very cool. And you know what? I've been meaning to get some Bob Dylan, and I don't have any in my collection yet, so that's awesome. And, yep, all the songs are on the back. You've got all the hits, Lady Lay. Very first song on the record, so huge hit for him. This must be like a huge anthology, like a Rolling Stone.
That's so cool, Bobby. You didn't have to do that. That's awesome.
No, you didn't have to do that at all, but I am so thankful that you did. Thank you very much, Bobby. I'm going to leave a link to Bobby's channel right below, so please check out his channel and subscribe to him.
If you don't know Bobby, then where have you been hiding?
Yeah, no doubt.
He's one of the well-known characters of the VC. So I'm going to open up my box. I did crack it open right a second ago, so I have no idea what is in here at all because I wasn't expecting anything. So what have we got in here? Lost Goat. Trapped on Earth. This looks like metal.
Actually, I was with Bobby when he bought that record. So
okay.
He got that at Sonic Booms.
So this is definitely metal from Oakland, California. In Search of Life is Abuse Records. I think I remember him showing this record on one of his videos, so cool. I'm looking forward to checking it out. Bobby knows I'm a big metalhead, so I'm sure that's why he passed this one on to me.
Sweet.
Very cool. And there is another one in here. Oh, right on. Scorpions Worldwide Live. This is a double.
He's a huge fan.
I am a huge Scorpions fan. So
huge fan.
And this
And
is...
you probably don't have the Canadian pressing.
This is probably a Canadian pressing, which...
Yep,
Canadian pressing. There you go. Very cool. This is awesome, Bobby. So there you go.
Right on. So please leave a comment if you have one. And subscribe to both our channels and Bobby's if you haven't done so already. Till next time, guys. Rock on. That was cool, eh?
That was really cool. I did not expect him to get his records, so he didn't really have to. Yeah, that's interesting. I've never heard this one before. Lost Goat.
I remember him picking that up. I'm like, Bobby, what are you buying here? Look at that. That looks like it's unplayed. Sweet.
Life is Abuse. That's it. In Search of / Life is Abuse Records. Right on. Never heard of it. I'm always in the mood for metal though, so. Oh yeah, this is Ben's record, right? So I got a big stash of stuff going to him. Ugh. What is it? I'm on camera. I hate my nose. I need to put a note on here. I should put a note on here if it's from him.
He knows though.
Does he?
And that was after having a fantastic breakfast over in Mimico, which is one of my old stomping grounds. Let's see. Yeah, he provided me with a couple of records. You already know about them. There's 10 years after Cricklewood Green. It's like I'll come across any 10 years after record you want, but I never come across this one. This one was from Bobby. And nice thick cardboard. You can tell this is a 45-year-old record. A 45-year-old record in stupendous condition. On Dur M. And look at the condition this thing is in. It is just lovely. This is a mint minus. There is one tiny little paper scuff that does not affect play whatsoever. Bobby, thank you. The other thing too is the record is impeccably clean. If this is Bobby's work with one of these spin cleans, then like I bow my head to this spin clean thing. This record is immaculate. not only that, but that Spin Clean can clean 10 and 7-inch records too. Whereas my Okinoki only cleans 12-inch records. It does a good job, but you know, it would be nice if it cleaned 10 and 7-inch records as well. Now, guess which seam was split. Okay. Well, I'll tell you which one. It was this one. Okay. And you can't tell. So, I mean, what you learn from one another in the vinyl community. So, I took a cue again from our friend Chris at Dixieland Farms. And all I didn't even use a heat gun. I just got a bit of carpenter glue. Okay, dabbed it on the end of my finger. And just lightly went along, wiped the excess off on paper, went along, wiped the excess off on paper, all the way across. And then I got some paper clips and went all the way across and left it like that overnight. And that came out really fine. This is a record in really, really, really nice shape. Beautiful. Thank you, Bobby. And he also gave me Hoyt Axton Fearless. This is a great country record. I mean, you pull the insert out and you get this. So this is not Nashville country. This is like really kind of angry West Coast country music. There's a song he covers, "Lay Lady Lay," by Bob Dylan, and he does a marvelous job. But check out the lineup on this record. I have not even known of this record's existence. We have Larry Carlton, the amazing jazz guitarist, plays on this thing. Klaus Voormann, Plastic Ono Band, the gentleman who did the artwork for the Beatles' Revolver. Nicolette Larson. We have Jeff Porcaro. Wasn't he later with, was that Toto? Toto or Steely Dan? I can't remember. Let's see who else we have. There is quite an impressive lineup on this record, and it's good. I've played each side 4 times. George Clinton on piano on one of the tunes. John Dillon from the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Anyway, this record, I believe, is from 1971, with its original A&M inner sleeve. Beautiful. And again, the record is immaculate. Immaculate in condition and immaculately clean. So if this is your work on the Spin Clean, Bobby, you are doing an amazing job. So on a lark, seeing as things were going so well, we decided to go out to the East End to my favorite record store, and you know, I love teasing the hell out of Bobby.
So about 2 months ago, I hooked up with Bobby Gass. I had to drive my wife to a conference at a place near, just down the road from where he lives. So we hooked up, we had a beer, and I gave him a couple records, and he gave me some records. And they're great records, and I didn't want to just show them when I got them. I wanted to listen to them, talk about them, because they're kind of special. And so, you know, the back, then the air conditioner stuff, it really held me back. But a couple cool days here, I finally had a chance to get to them. So anyways, he gave me a little stack of records here, so let's go through them. This is Ebb Tide by Earl Grant. And it's an original pressing on Decca Stereo. This is a good record. I've never heard this record before, but I mean, this is a nice, clean, original pressing. I think it's an original Canadian pressing. was, yeah, original Canadian pressing. So that's good. I'd never actually heard that before. He gave me this because it has a Hamilton tie-in connection. The Chuck Mangione concert, Land of Make Believe, and I think he gave me this because it's with the Hamilton Philharmonic Orchestra. And this is Chuck here, and not a Chuck Mangione, whatever fan. This is actually pretty solid. Couple great songs on here, and surprisingly, there's the Gloria from the Mass of Saint Bernard, which I know from church, and I really enjoyed it. But there's some really cool, funky stuff on here. This is an original pressing on the Mercury rimmed Mercury. So again, this was good. Thank you very much, Bobby. Next, he gave me this, which is fantastic. Miles Davis, Quiet Nights, arranged and conducted by Gil Evans. This is a mono pressing, and pretty sure this was a Canadian mono 2i. I'm pretty sure this is an OG with a 2i on this, and this is a good record. It's it's arranged by Gil Evans. This is a safe Miles Davis record. It's not pushing the boundaries like Kind of Blue, which is a safe jazz record. This is even safer, more popular jazz, but still, this is a great record. I love it. I mean, it's just another great Miles Davis record to have in the collection, and I really appreciate it. Can never go wrong with Miles Davis. No matter if I find if Miles is trying to be far out or really, he has all these different phases, they're all good. He was a master. The next one he gave me kind of floored me. I've never even seen this record. This is Thelonious Monk with John Coltrane, and this is on Jazzland. And this is an original pressing on the Orange Jazzland. Now this is a Canadian pressing, I think. Maybe not. Maybe this is an original, but it's pretty damn close to original. Anyway, the Orange label's original. It might be Deep Groove is truly original, but I don't know. This seems pretty original. What a great record. Holy fuck. I can't believe you gave this to me, Bobby. This is great, great jazz. This is the kind of jazz I love. Kind of just that hard bop kind of period. I'm pretty sure this is original. It's got the fold over cover and the whole deal. What a great jazz record. And John Coltrane, I mean, in Canada, John Coltrane records, I find them almost impossible to find in any kind of condition, and this is a great condition. So those are, now I usually do 5 records, I'm going to do 6, but those are 4 records that Bobby gave me, and they're just phenomenal. Just great to get them. But then he gave me these, which, I can't say enough about. I'll show you this. This is he showed these in a video. This is CBC Radio Canada. This is the title of the show is A La Carte, and this title of the episode was the Commonwealth Jazz Club. Now, as you can see, it says start inside up there. That means when you start this, you put the needle in the middle and it plays to the outside, which is kind of cool. And now, the Commonwealth Jazz Club. This was a It was actually a TV series that was made in cooperation in 1965. It was made in cooperation with the UK and Australia. And Canada made 2 episodes, Australia made 2 episodes, and the UK made 2 episodes for a total of 6 episodes. And the Australian episodes had Graham Bell and his All-Stars in one, and the other episode had Don Burrow's quartet with Judy Bailey. Now, Judy Bailey is somebody that Big Star 1000 has championed many times in his videos as one of the great Australian jazz acts. In the United Kingdom, the Commonwealth Big Band was one episode, and the other one was Kenny Baker on trumpet, Tony Coe, Jack Duggan, Spike Heatley, Dudley Moore would have been the name you'd know from that, on piano. So 1965, before he's a huge acting star, but Dudley was always a musician. And then 2 episodes were made in Canada, and the first episode had, one episode had the Tony Collicott Trio and the Rob McConnell Quartet, and Rob McConnell, huge Canadian talent. But the other one had the Jimmy Dale Orchestra and the Sonny Greenwich Quartet, and that's what this is. So it's got the Jimmy Dale Orchestra. It's not an orchestra per se. But Ed Bickert was the guitar player on that. So half of this was like 2 songs from that, or 3 songs from Jimmy Dale and 2 songs from the Sonny Greenwich Quartet. So I mean, that's what's on this, which is just fantastic. Now, what these are people call them acetates, but they're actually lacquers. They're they're technically what's called because they're made for radio, they're called a transcription disc. And the reason why you'll see a second hole in here is this one goes on a spindle, and this one's a peg that comes through the record to stop it from slipping on the platter, because this is it's actually cut onto this record. This is a one-off cut. So I mean, this is about as rare as they come. And I'll show you on the other one because it's more obvious, but because there's 2. So, and musically this is great. So this is 1965, and Canada only aired 4 of the episodes on air in September of '65, 4 consecutive weeks. They were half an hour long, but they also cut the episodes to music from them to this and played it on the radio program a la carte. And here's the other one that I got from him. Oh, first let me show you this. So you can see here where there's a little bit of damage to the record. Let me see if this will focus. But maybe it won't focus because my huge nose is there. There you go. So you can see that this is actually made of metal. And then the metal is coated with lacquer. I mean, they call these an acetate because originally they were used with acetate on glass, but they're actually lacquer. And they're on metal. And again, this has a second hole. So anyway, let me show this. This one is just fucking phenomenal. This is, again, another episode of a la carte. But this one has... It's all Sonny Greenwich Quartet, and this was recorded in 1965 at the Cellar Club in downtown Toronto, which was a jazz club back then. And again, you can see where some of it's chipped away and the metal's underneath. And this is just... This is amazing jazz. Sonny Greenwich is one of the... considered by many to be one of the best jazz guitarists ever. Lots of people think he's grossly underrated. Lots of people, put him up with Kenny I can't remember the name, but put him up with some of the greats. Some people say he's better than the greats. And great fucking jazz too. So just totally blown away when I played this. And again, this is one of these ones you can see here where outside is X'd out, so you started on the inside. So it's kind of cool. You put the needle in here, and it plays towards the outside of the record. So I know Bobby showed these when he got them, and he was very happy and proud to have got them, and I am very touched and honored that you decided to give them to me, Bobby. They'll forever have a home with me, and they're great records. Cheers, Bobby. Thank you very much. So again, I can't get over what an amazing batch of VCLT this was from Bobby. Ebb Tide, Chuck Mangione, Miles Davis, Thelonious Monk, John Coltrane, and 2 Sonny Greenwich CBC acetates, one of which, the Cellar Club recording, I wouldn't be surprised if the only iteration of this is this record.